Top 20 Friedrich Nietzsche quotes. Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche was a German philosopher. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. In individuals, insanity is rare, but in groups, parties, nations, and epochs, it is the rule. The man of knowledge must be able not only to love his enemies, but also to hate his friends. The advantage of a bad memory is that one enjoys several times the same good things for the first time. The snake which cannot cast its skin has to die. As well the minds which are prevented from changing their opinions, they cease to be mind. The essence of all beautiful art, all great art, is gratitude. He who fights with monsters should be careful lest he thereby become a monster, and if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. A casual stroll through the lunatic asylum shows that faith does not prove anything. One should die proudly when it is no longer possible to live proudly. The best weapon against an enemy is another enemy. All things are subject to interpretation. Whichever interpretation prevails at a given time is a function of power and not truth. I'm not upset that you lied to me. I'm upset that from now on I can't believe you. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster, and if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. If you try it, you will be lonely often and sometimes frightened. But no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. The thought of suicide is a great consolation. By means of it, one gets through many a dark night. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. To predict the behavior of ordinary people in advance, you only have to assume that they will always try to escape a disagreeable situation with the smallest possible expenditure of intelligence.